Mr. Akinshiju.
Thank you very much, Sheung. First, I'm also a member of the Public and Media Affairs Directorate of the APC-PCC. And by virtue of that, I'm also a spokesperson of the APC-PCC, talking directly to the issues at hand. I think that we have established a track of not exactly embracing, the person and the personality of General Olusegun Obasanjo. As far as we are concerned, there are three statesmen. We have 4 living former Nigerian head of states in the person of General Gowon, General Babangida, General Abdul Salam, and of course General Olusegun Obasanjo. To our mind, those first 3, Gowon, Babangida and Abdul Salam, had shown themselves and established themselves as statesmen. Hardly do you see them come into the arena. And to a large extent, we have extended our respect to them over the time. Then, of course, we are not bothered about this endorsement. For us, it's so much of wind, so much of violence of wind. And because to our mind, the exact precedence, the exact background to the person of General Obasanjo in terms of performance in office does not sell him to us as a credible individual that we should seek his endorsement. And of course, since 2019, he had gone his way, and we have not been bothered. We know that during his term, 7-8 years in office, he didn't perform. Despite all the opportunities, despite all available resources, at his beck and call, when the world was in a festive of what do I call it? Tailwind. When the world was in a festive of opportunities, so much that the price of crude oil was jumping. It moved from $19 a barrel, in 2001, 2002, 2003 to more than $30 per barrel. By 2007, it had moved to more than $70. But despite that, in 2003 to 2004, when the National Living Standards Survey was conducted by our own National Bureau of Statistics, more than 62% of Nigerians were living in absolute poverty. That time that we were making so much money. And in that, the National Living Standard Survey is like this current multidimensional poverty index survey. In that survey, one of the indicators was the monetary metric, of poverty, which was measured at more than 69%. And we had just about 140 million Nigerians at that time. So you are talking of a government, of an administration that has so much resources to play with. But because there was a lack of processes, a lack of policy conception, and lack of policy, implementation, Nigerians were more poorer, despite that kind of resources we had. Now, we can also say that the highest possible level of inflation this country that had risen in this country since 2000 to 2022 was recorded during that administration at 28.2%, in 2005 August. Before, in July, it was 26, in August it went to 28%. And till today, we have no other administration that even achieved that kind of inflation rate. So, and of course, we are talking about the democratic credentials, of General Obasanjo in office. What you come about is a hopeful distress, memory of how the state officials, state security agencies and all that were used, to harass people in government, harass governors. Governors were actually kidnapped, by state security agencies. This is someone that will claim democratic credentials. We have the case of Anambra, even in the same case of Peter Obi. you know, and Ingege, and the
Mr. Kishiju, yeah. So, yeah, I asked you that.